Hello and welcome to the online Revit course lesson 6. So in the previous tutorial we did how to place components, where we placed some components into the model. We did how to place the roof facial using sweep, and we also did how to place the ceilings using the extrusion method. So now in this tutorial we are going to start by creating the site, the model. We are going to place some fence around the model to block the horizon, then we are going to, it also adds to the beauty of the model. So now let's get started. So first off, we are going to come to south to check the level at which we are going to place the south and the site. So now we want the site to be placed at this level. That's the last part of the model, the down part of the model, that's the subfloor. So now let's go to the subfloor and create the site. Come to architecture, components, model in place, and look for site. Here is site, then okay. You can decide to rename that or leave it as it is. Then come to extrusion, and I want to create grass around the building, so let's just use rectangle. So something like this is okay. Then I check the extrusion start at 0, from subfloor, and it ends at 250. I don't want it to end this too thick, so I want probably 50 mm. So check that and check it on 3D. Finish. So now if you select this is the site, the grass, the lawn, and it has eaten into the floor. So I want that to come down. I will just select that, edit in place, then select it again, and I can change this to minus 50. So now it has stayed where we want it to be. Come to south and check that. So this is the site that we just created, and this is the floor. We just want it below the floor. So now moving on, we are going to be creating something like a pavement around here from this entrance. Then just like in the model, we have a pavement here, then we also have one here. So we are going to be creating like a pavement, like a walkway here and here. This can serve as a relaxing point. We are going to place some trees here as well. So now let's move on. Let's play that. So from the subfloor as well, we are going to be creating that. So come to architecture like we did the other time. Model in place. You can use casework or you can use generic model. You can as well use site. Let's use generic model this time. Okay. You can rename that. Then you use extrusion to make some walkway designs. So let's make it probably 600. Select this and move it a bit away from the stairs, something like this, probably 400. Then you can copy this, copy around a few times, and here rotate this, take the rotate tool and rotate this. Then you can as well copy this around a few times. Set pick from here, then copy. So I think this is okay. We can copy all of this to the other side. Here we have then we can do the same here, so it will be balanced with this here like does not align. Let's move this. So copy all of this. So we have something like this. As well. Yeah, so now we have delete this last ones. So now we have the pavement here. You can check that the extrusion also starts at 0 from subfloor and ends at 50. We can decide to leave that so that it would, be higher than the previous one. Check the 3D and we have something like this. So now this is the pavement. We created this compared to what is in the picture. It could probably be here too as well, but we can't see that. So now moving on, we are probably going to place some trees into the model, some grasses and the like. So before that, let's create this little fence around the building to block the horizon. So you come to the subfloor and you come to architecture, you pick the wall. So you can draw that probably 4 meters from the building. Should be okay. It's similar to draw another one, something like this. Yeah, let's move this a bit. So now we have but this fence is too high. Select them, press Ctrl to select multiple elements, and you can change the height from here to maybe 1800 mm. That is not too short. I think this should be okay. So now we have the fence in our model. So we want to create a 3D view. Come to the subfloor, come to this little house and drop down this menu, click on camera, then let's pick from this side like this. Yeah, so this is the first 3D view for this model. Put that to shaded and we have this. Very nice. Very nice. You can decide to put that to realistic so we can see the real colors of the model. Realistic take quite some time to load. So let's change the materials of this wall. Select the wall. Because select the wall, I will show you what would happen. Edit type, then edit this. Select the material from here, and you can decide to create a new material and call that, rename that by right clicking. Then you can call that 225 mm wall material. So select here, that's the assets browser. Then we can look for some beautiful wall materials. Let's see, wall painting here. This, we have wall painting here. We have some wall texture. Let's go for this wall texture. Let's see how that looks. I think that's quite nice and okay. So every wall that is of this same material would be changed. You can see. So this is the color of the wall. This is the color of the wall. So that's how materials is being added to wall. Likewise, if I want the wall to be white, I can just simply select the wall, edit type, edit it just like I did the other time. Then I think the color is white. Okay, it's not too white, so let's select white. Okay, now moving on, we can do the same to the floor, select the floor, edit type, edit, then the by category, create a new floor material, right click to rename, then we call that floor material. Then select the asset browser, look for a nice floor material. If you click on flooring, we'll be seeing more of rugs and carpet and the likes. But let's click on maybe this tile. Let me see this tile. Let's check stone. I think this looks kind of nice. Okay, I can decide to make that a little bit, maybe 3,000 and 3,000. Let's check how that looks. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, so we have the tiles. Then let's change the ceiling material as well. Select the ceiling, because it's a component, it's a model in place component. You come to edit in place, then you select the ceiling again, and now you can change the material from here. It's quite different from the others. We modeled the ceiling differently. So let's call that create new material, right click to rename it, then you call that ceiling material. Ceiling material. So now let's check some ceilings. Here is now I think this is nice. And apply that and finish the model. That has been changed. Let's do the same to the fascia board. Edit, sorry, like I said, edit in place first, then you select it again, then you change the material from here. Let's create new material, rename that to fascia. Let's call it roof facial material. Facial, sorry, fascia material. Roof fascia material. So click on the assets browser and let's look for a simple white material, or instead of clicking that, let's just change it to a white material directly. You don't need to look for any extra material, just simply plain white is okay. Yeah. So now we have this. What about the stairs? Select the stairs and come to edit type and change the stair materials. Here the thread material can be changed here. Let's create new material, rename that thread material. Asset browser, or you just simply use color, or let's check for a wood material. Thread, maybe let's see this cherry, looks nice. It is okay to that. And let's change the riser material as well. You can just simply use a white material for the riser. So let's create a new material, right click to rename riser material. So let's change that to white. Okay, so now we have the materials placed. Now what about the site? Come to the 3D view, select this edit in place. Is also a component that we modeled. Select it again and change the material here to create new material, rename that and call that grass. I'm going to be calling it grass. Select here and let's search for grass. search for grass. I think I like this one. Select that, close this box, then I'm okay with that. Then finish the model. Take it here. We have the grass. So moving on, let's create a concrete material for this pavement. Select the pavement, edit in place, select it again, then change the material. Let's call that, create new material, rename it and call it pavement. Pavement material, and open the assets browser. Let's look for probably a stone, maybe stucco, site work. Let's check. I think concrete walkway is nice, but I want a concrete. Let's just search for concrete. Concrete. It gave me this. Okay, let's just select that. Yeah, it's not bad. Close this box. Okay, finish the model. So we have simply created the material. The pavement is not aligned properly. Let's select that, edit in place, select that again, select here, select this box, then you can change the offset, or you can I don't even want to see these lines. Maybe I should just increase the size to maybe 3000 mm. Done. Okay. Let's finish the model and check how that looks. It's quite better. So moving on, now the next thing we want to do is to place some trees just as it is in the drawing. We have a tree here, we have some here around the model. So let's come to subfloor to place trees. Come to architecture, then components, place components. We have some trees given by Revit, so you can just try some out. Let's check this. 6 meters American beach. Let's try this common apple tree. Some over there. Let's try some short trees as well. Let's try some oak behind the building. Let's try some green birch, just to make the model quite realistic. Let's just try this honey locust, and that should be okay. Let's check how that looks in the 3D view we created, and we have something like this. So it's not bad. Let's try to put one behind here that would be very tall. I think is here. I put it, but it's not tall enough. Let me see if I can select that. Okay, this one. Come to this view. I want it to be showing behind. So I want, let's elevation from the ground. Let's put 900 so it can. Okay. Let me make it 1500 mm. Yeah, something like this is okay. Let's come back to subfloor, and I want to put another tree around the, so with another very tall one. I think I saw it 12. Let's see how that will look. Yeah, so now we have our trees set. I don't know if I can get some flowers to place around the here, so the model looks quite nice. Let me check some. Let me check for, there's a hedge here. but this looks kind of big. Let's check how that would look. This is quite heavy. 3D. This is so select that. Okay, it's on subfloor. Let's make the elevation from the ground level to be minus 900. That is, it's going down. Yeah, so this is quite better. So select that, come back to NGL. I'm using the arrow key to move that. So let me just copy it. So move that as well, not to enter into the pavement. And we have this. Yes. So moving on, probably I should place some here as well. So let's quickly do that. So floor, select this, that. So wherever I want, can use the space bar to rotate, to move, use the arrow bar to move up or down. Copy as much as the camera view would see it. You don't have to copy to where the camera won't see it. Like this back, the camera won't see anything from the back, so as the model won't be so heavy, so you just have to copy to where the camera would see. Select this as well and copy multiple, just where the camera would see. So we have this. Yes. Now moving on, I realized that the model has something here which I almost forgot. I think it has a wall here. We are going to create this wall, this, and this as well. So let's quickly do that. Then I think we have something like this door. Our door is quite different from what they do here, so we are going to do exactly this door. We are going to use the curtain mullion for that, curtain wall rather. Then we are also going to create something like this. Let's quickly do that now. So now come to the let's first create this one. Come to Revit and something like this. Come to ground floor. So come to NGL. I think it's this one. It's not recessing. It's not recessing. It is okay. Yeah, it is. A part of it came out further than this bedroom, and as well we have something like that. Okay, let's just quickly do that. So come to the model. Okay. So the wall that went this way, now we have to drag that all the way down so that we can be able to create this. You get what I mean? So when you come to NGL, drag this all the way here. Now you see, we realize that the whole this thing is blocked. Looking at on 3D, it is blocked. You see, so it is blocked. So now let's create that archway like this. It's an archway, you know, like an archway. So let's create that. We are going to come to the model, come to south vision. You know, that's the appropriate view to view this. So edit profile, remove tops. Okay, you say yes, close. Then pick a line, start creating from. Let's make that maybe 27. not sure of the height, or 2.9. So we do the same. So this is the, yeah. So use the chamfer tool to connect this together, join elements, and you will draw this all the way to you. So you mark that, join elements. Here we have it. Remember, it's so we move that up like it's supposed to be. So now here we have it. And what next? Let's hide all our trees so the project will not be too heavy. If you select one of these, you can press SA to select all, then you can press HH on your computer to hide. Select this SA to select all, HH. So you do that to all of them. So as not to make our project too heavy. So now we have this, and let's create the other one. This wall has like a little opening, two openings here, and this one has like a fin wall. So now let's create the fin wall first. Come to, I think it's just in front of the bedroom, yeah, around this side. So come to level 1, NGL, that's the first floor. Pick a very thin wall. We have, let's check for a thin wall, or we can just create our own. I think this is a thin wall. Okay, 140 mm, sorry, it's fine. Let's use that. You can decide to edit it, duplicate that, and name it. Let's just name it as it is, and edit that to change to 150 mm. And create the material. They use the black material. Let's name that black wall material. So like this is a black wall, so you not give it too, no, so you just have to make it a bit black. So yeah, I think that's not even black enough. This is not black enough. Now let's create that amp on here. The wall. I just realized that the wall is very thick. I think I gave it the wrong value. I gave it 1.5 instead of 150. So it should be 150 mm. So 600 should be okay. And do another one here. Another one here. At equal spacing. Let's see how many things. I think it's about 4 things, but 3 should be okay. Let's check how that looks. So we have the things. They are not touching the ceiling like it's okay. So they are not touching the ceiling here also. I think they are just at the height of the window. These are the height of the window. So let's make them just at the window height. Drag them, and to be sure you can just use the align to align it to this window level. Select the reference, then you select what you want to align. Select the reference, then you select what you want to align. So we have that. So we have created the little things, and what's next? Okay, we want to delete this wall and create a glass wall instead. So come to NGL, under architecture tab, under wall, we are going to select the wall, then come down here to storefront. So select the storefront. You can edit type, duplicate the material. Okay, then let's change the vertical spacing to maybe 750 mm, and the horizontal spacing, let's see how it looks. So probably 2:1 or 2:4, just leave it at it. 2:4 should be okay. Then okay, starting from this end, can have only a 1500 mm. Let's see how that looks. 3D. Select that, bring the wall down to this level, and let's make it come to NGO. Let's make it taller. If I don't want the lumens to be the mullions, I don't want the mullions to be this obvious. Let me change that to change the vertical mullions here. I want it to be probably a 30 mm square mullion for all of it. So if I apply that, you see that it won't be so just like it was previously, and I can decide to make the door longer. Let's push this window a bit to this side and make the door wider, so maybe 2:4. So check that now. Yeah, we have this, and I can make the horizontal spacing to be maybe 2:1. Okay, yeah, so this looks more like it. Okay, I can make the vertical spacing to be maybe 900. Since we are using a reference, I just want it to be as much as it is in the drawing. So that's the essence of having a reference. I think this wall is not like this. Come to south. I think it's aligned. Edit profile. It's aligned with this wall here. So let it align. So it looks so much like this and like how it was before. So now let's create this shading device. It's more like a shading device around this building. We can decide to use sweep. Sweep can create this easily for us. So come to Revit and come now. I want to create it on this level, not on NGL. I want to create it. I think this level should be L2. Come to south and check out the level. This is L2. So come to level 2. The project browser here. Level 2 now. I want to create it here, then here, up to this window, up to this first window. Okay, it extended to the second as well, so up to this second window and down. So it's a wall that we are going to use to create the vertical one, but I'm going to use sweep to create the horizontal part, this one. So we are going to be using sweep for that. So now come to the project, come to under architecture tab, come to components, model in place, casework, or we can use, if we are going to be putting a bulb underneath here, you are going to have to use a ceiling component so that a bulb can be placed easily. But if you are not going to be putting a bulb, just you can use any generic model to do that. So I think there is no bulb, you can use any generic model. So come to generic models. Okay, so let's select sweep. Then we are going to sketch path. We want it to extend up to probably somewhere around here. Then it should go like this. I think this part is coming a bit forward, I guess. Okay, let's just use it like that. So mark that and edit profile. It will take you to the south where you can edit that. So if I edit it from here, I think it is from the top of this door. Yeah, so let's do that. So from here, instead of me to start creating from here, because if I start creating from here it would go round like this, so I will just come to the top of this door, still on along this line of the reference. So I will come to the top of the door and I would create how I want the this thing to look. I think it's around 500. Let's just use that, and the thickness should be 150 mm. Like that again. So yeah, I can mark that. That's the profile for it. So check that in 3D. This entered. The other one did not come out because this wall is obviously blocking it, so you can see it inside. So I want it to extend a bit forward, so come to edit profile, no, not the wall, select this and edit in place, then select it again, edit to, select profile, edit profile. I guess you get that path. So come back to the south and let's extend this a little bit. Okay, then I can decide to change the sketch path as well. Even if it does not show, I can come here and come to, what's the name, subfloor, no, level 2. We created that on level 2. Yeah, so edit in place, select that again, then come to level 2 and you can edit sweep sketch path. So let me move this forward. Yeah, so mark, come to 3D and check that out. So now it is showing very well. That's what I wanted to do the other time. I was thinking it won't affect it. So yeah, this is it. Now to this wall that is extending out, I think they made it, it extended out. Let's just select that, come to subfloor, since the wall is on subfloor. I want it to just reach here so it doesn't affect this one. Yeah, so now let me hide this. So select that, come to this elevation, that's the east elevation, that's where I want to edit that. So let me hide these things as well. From this elevation, let me hide this too, this as well. Just go back to 3D and select the right one. So this is the one you want to edit. Go back to that east elevation. Now you can edit profile, close. You can edit profile now. So it's just like a little slit on the wall. You can see like two slits, two openings on the wall. So I'm going to just create it as a rectangle, little rectangle. 200 by 200 should be okay. This is not reaching 200, so select here and type in 200. So then mark. As you can see, the opening has been created. So we just edited the wall and created the opening. So that's how to simply do this from the project. Now our model is looking much like what is looking much like our reference. You can see it's looking much like our reference now. So I don't want to make this lesson too bulky, so I guess we'll be stopping here, and in the next video we'll probably be rendering. So see you on the next one. Thank you.